you ain't got to wish for shit, girl. Because if you are ashamed of what you look like, then you are ashamed of your mother. Because you were carried in your mother's womb for X amount of months. Your mother raised you to be her child, whether male or female. And anybody that can't look at themselves in the mirror ought to be ashamed of their parents. When I was growing up, I was teased profusely because people thought that my mother was white. All through elementary, junior high school, and even through the small-minded motherfuckers from Detroit Northwestern. I felt like I wasn't worth shit. And up until I had my surgery last summer, I didn't think I was worth anything. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror except to wash my face and to fix my hair. But you know what? All that shit has changed now, baby. Because yes, I'm going to be turning 55 years old in less than 4 weeks. And I am going to go down the highway of life faster than the speed of sound. If I die trying, I had a good time. But I just want to tell all of you that it doesn't take religion. It doesn't take your own spirituality for you to find yourself. Because everybody has beauty inside of them. Regardless of what goofy motherfuckers like Trump says, we are all created equal. Different sizes, different shapes, different pigments, some with hair, some without hair, some who should have a nappy ass hair cut off. But we are all together. And I'm so thankful for the people that I have in my life. I'm so thankful for my enemies. I'm so thankful for the house niggas that I know of. Because it's because of all of you that I go on. Like the great poet Maya Angelou says, my life ain't been no bed of roses, but it definitely has not been no road of thorns. And I believe that. But I had to learn the hard way and trusting in people, believing in people. But you know what? Them days are over. Those days of believing what a man tells me is done. Those days of allowing outside people to claim that, oh, we family. We family. Fuck you. If you ain't got the same blood that we are, or if you have not presented yourself as a caring individual and we may not be related by blood, you can go fuck yourself. Because I got some family members in my life that they better hope that they never come back to Michigan. Because if a couple of people in particular, and I'm going to name these motherfuckers. Number one is my cousin, Joey Wilson. Number two is my Jehovah Witness reading ass uncle, Theodore Wilson, and his side piece bitch ass wife, Karen. If you three motherfuckers ever come up in my area, I'ma slap you motherfuckers so hard you would have thought that you are on the boat finding the African with Alex Haley. So don't trip, because like I said earlier today, is that when you're slipping in the darkness, don't let somebody hit you in your head and you get fucked up. But you know what? It's all good. It's all gravy, like my friend George Cecil would say. But like I said again, them days of believing in the power of man, and those days of believing in them smooth talking ass, superfly thinking they are motherfuckers, those days are what? Dying.
Just smiled and began to greet you.
I feel not those who do not like me. Whose car is that? That belongs to the Supreme Black Man. That's mine.
Yeah, man, that's Daddy's car, man. Daddy Rich. You never watch him on TV?
That's the man who saw my
Go on with the bad stuff. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah.
Well, praise this car, honey.
Thank you, miss.
Daddy Rich, what's your secret, brother?
My secret, please. How you doing, brother? Thank you, brother. Good to see you. The secret? Thank you. There are no secrets.
Uh-huh.
Believe that.
Right, I believe
Except believe in the Lord.
Right.
And believe in yourself.
Yeah. That's right.
And most of all, believe in that federal green. Because money walks and bullshit talks. How you doing, brother?
Daddy Rich, I've been following you for 5 years.
God bless you, brother. Bless you.
Would you allow me the privilege of shining your shoes, please?
Well, you know what they say. I take what is given unto me.
Daddy Rich, special polish.
Wow, special polish.
Wow. I could feel like in there, Lindy.
Like being in church with Burt Reynolds, honey.
I'd like you to drink with me. Because my cup runneth over.
All right. Blessed be the time.
All right.
From the body to the heaven.
Yeah.
And a little bit for the earth. Amen, brother. Amen. And it's good, too.
Why not?
School. Seduction at Night with Billy D. 104.7 WLOV.
There were moments earlier in my life before I started believing in me. I took the word of ministers. Now you might say, why is that a bad thing? It's not. But unfortunately, when I was living in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, there's a church. First Antioch Baptist Church of Greensburg, Pennsylvania. That got more drama than Scandal and Empire put together. Let's talk about this. I've personally known 4 ministers in my life. And with the exception of one who is no longer here, 2 of the remaining 3 were full of shit. I'm not going to mention their name because if they listen, they know who they are. And why I say that they are full of shit is because both of these ministers from First Antioch Baptist Church were fired because they were fucking around with women in the church. Now, a man is a man. A man is going to do what he does. But don't come with that bullshit trying to get me to believe in Jesus when you got one hand in the collection plate and another hand's on a woman's cootie cat. And what makes it so bad about these 2 particular ministers, the one minister allowed a family to disrupt my family. The second minister offered me help. Then, not even 48 hours later, told the whole congregation the situations that I was going through. Now that minister right there, who is on my Facebook list, after the day, he ain't going to be there no damn more, will you? You better be glad that I was in a bad situation. Because if I hadn't have been in a bad situation, they would have needed a minister to bury your bitch ass. Now, when I found out that this particular minister got fired because he was cheating on his wife, I bust out laughing. Because there were particular families in this particular church that ran the minister. There were particular families that called the shots of this church. Now, I'm not going to name the families by name because they know who they are. But the one thing that blows my mind is that this one particular family, the woman, let's say her name was Valletta, had 2 bitch-ass sons that thought they was the shit. And my kids, my daughter Crystal, my sons BJ and Matthew, they got treated like shit because this family thought that they ran that motherfucker. But if you do some searching in the archives of First Antioch Baptist Church of Greensburg, you go back in time, the people who ran that church was the Wilsons. Mattie Janet Wilson, William D. Wilson, James Wilson, Susan Wilson. The Wilsons ran that motherfucker. So this ugly ass woman who got more hair under her lip than a monkey in the circus did some fucked up ass shit at one particular time. My son and his medication needed cousin got into a little spat one day.